Get ready for a gut-wrenching, bone-breaking, head-smashing, soul-taking, and eye-popping, satisfying revenge movie, as we are about to experience one of the best back-to-back action revenge movies of all time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. The movie story starts in Sicily, Italy. Lorenzo Vitali arrives at his winery with his grandson. He finds his henchman outside the villa uneasy, told grandson to wait in the car as he investigates. He discovers chopped, bloodied bodies of his men. Lorenzo arrives in the wine room where Robert is waiting. Robert McCall patiently wipes blood while Lorenzo is baffled. He asks Robert who he was and what he came for. He answered back he came here for him. Robert tells him had only 9 seconds to give him the key. A key to the winery's vault and recoup money stolen in a cyber heist. Time expires, which instantly kills 3 bodyguards. Shots through head while wounding Lorenzo. Lorenzo tried to reach gun as Robert watches seriously. He finds shotgun and shot Lorenzo by his ass. Then brutally puts a bullet in his head instantly. He exits house warning Lorenzo's grandson. Kid shoots him behind the back, wounding him. He point gun at mouth thinking suicide but changes his mind. He boards a ferry and stays inside his car. Driving on Amalfi Coast, Robert slips unconscious. Giorgio Bonucci, a local carabiniere, rescued him. He brings him to coastal Italian town Altamonte. Dr. Enzo Aricio, a small-town doctor, performed operation. Bonucci helps him by cleaning his wounds. Robert rests to recover where doctor takes care of him. Dr. Enzo asked him his name and replied Roberto. Roberto gets acquainted with the locals, becomes fond of the town and its people. He stops by a coffee shop at the piazza. Giorgio arrives with his little daughter Amore. They talk about the doctor who helps almost all the people. He gives Roberto's car keys and bid goodbye. Amore comes back and gives Roberto cookies. Meanwhile, in CIA Financial Operations Group, Roberto makes an anonymous phone call to CIA officer Emma Collins. Tip her off about winery's illegal drug trade role hit his normal business. He rests and remembers former CIA lady boss, especially all of the people that he killed. He eats at cafe and meets owner-waitress Amina. He passes by neighbor's fish shop and notices bad guys collecting beating owner. The lead of the gang goes back to their nest. His mafia boss brother decides to murder their sick father. Roberto shops by neighbor's fish shop and gives him free fish. Collins with CIA operatives raid winery, finds 11 million cash, with bags of phenethylene tablets hidden in a storeroom. Meanwhile, Doc Enzo check Roberto's healing wound. Vincent, the mafia boss, reveal big plans to take business in town. Bells ring as the fire rages on his friend's fish shop. Responsible for the fire is Vincent Camorra gang. Bonucci investigates and found out the culprit. Later, Amina shows Robert the real food of Altamonte. People of Altamonte see him now like one of theirs. While eating at cafe, he meets Collins, the CIA agent. She asks him about involvement of deaths in Vineyard, where later he denies, and then Collins left. Marco Quaranta, leader Camorra, harasses Giorgio's family, threatened to kill them if he gets involved again. Giorgio goes to Doc Enzo, where Roberto sees his wounds. This time, Doc confessed the town's gang harassing them. Meanwhile, Marco and gang arrive where Roberto is dining, harassing Giorgio's family and other diners again. He approached Roberto, which later subdued him to go out. Planning for revenge, but Marco's bodyguards died instantly. Roberto appears and brutally kills Marco, staring at him as he succumbs to his stab wounds. At morning, police arrived and find phenethylene tablets at the crime scene. Meanwhile, agent and CIA boss heard news of terrorist bombing. Which Syrian terrorist link colluded with local Camorra gangs? Collins checks on police chief suspect to be investigated. Suspect Angelo was refused by the chief to be investigated, which later CIA forced to investigate and raid the gang hideouts. Naples head of police is threatened by Vincent, head of Camorra. He cuts his hand, orders capture of brother's murderer. Vincent has Collins' car rigged with bomb, nearly killing her. Vincent shots Benucci in front of people, challenges Roberto. Roberto turns himself, but before Vincent can kill him, the citizens begin to record the ordeal, preventing Vincent. Roberto decides to strike back first and prepares. That night, Vincent and his men had spaghetti dinner. Before the storm hit, the town held their fiesta procession. A gang member checks an alarmed car but was killed. Another shot, killed by a silencer gun. House power cuts off with 3 members shot dead instantly. Man checks CCTV, puzzled his comrade's disappearance. Dark silhouette appears behind, stabs his neck, killing him. The right-hand man was strangled to death. The bloody dead body of his comrade's fall shocked him. He frantically calls guards while getting a gun, to no available. He steps on broken glass, injuring his feet. He finds all his comrades is dead. Traumatized on what he saw, he begins shooting frantically, which was later hit and left unconscious. He woke up tied up by the neck and body. Roberto calmly sings and sits by the fireplace. He overdoses him with drugs with 6 minutes to live. Roberto follows Vincent struggling across the house. He cries for help as he reaches by the gate. Roberto follows him as he walks and is hit by a car. He crumbles across the road as Roberto looks at him. He died by road when Roberto left. By morning, wounded Collins watched the early news. Roberto pays her a visit in the hospital. He returned the money that Lorenzo hacked. Collins gave the money back to the elderly couples. Langley, Virginia Collins was promoted for her role. She finds a note from Robert congratulating her, revealing she's the daughter of his best friend. With the Quaranta brothers dead, Robert celebrates with the locals after their team wins a football tournament. As he dances with the people in town, he calls home. We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed creating it for you. If you found value, entertainment, or inspiration, please consider giving it a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button so you never miss out on our latest content. Your support fuels our passion and motivates us to keep delivering high-quality videos just for you. We love hearing from our amazing community, so don't hesitate to leave a comment. Let's keep the conversation going. Peace out.